Hey there, fellow captains and gamers. Welcome to the VIP Lounge. I am Commander Hunter. Today I'm bringing you news about the new CV rework that's coming out in patch 080. And it is virtually going to destroy the gameplay as we know it. Now, for those naysayers that say, oh, no, you're jumping to conclusions, I have 240 ships. I have every single CV in the game, and I happen to know a little bit about this. I've been playing this a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I have over 18,000 battles collectively, and here's what I'm going to tell you. It's sad, and I'm an avid gamer, and to qualify what I'm about to say, I have a lot of experience in this industry. I played everything involved with Halo, like the Recon, Ghost Recon, Battlefield, Crisis, competitively Street Fighter 4. I'm the guy that would wipe people's smiles off their faces because they thought they were badasses, and then I stepped up and pounded on them. So understand that I know what I'm saying here, and from a company standpoint, from a business standpoint, this will destroy the game. You're going to find out very fast that when you go up against one of these monsters right here, whether it's the Hakuryu, the Midway, of course, I don't know if you've heard, but like this, the Taiho and the Essex are going to be going away. So it's going to be every other tier. So it's going to be like 4, 6, 8, 10. But when you run up against one of these carriers, your AA is getting nerfed. Your AA is not what it is today. So today we know what having AA, if you're in especially a heavy carrier meta, which the European server is pretty heavy in that, you know which ones, but like the booster, it is known to be an absolute AA monster. It has a 100 rating. When you spec it right, which I'm not fully spec for AA, yeah, I don't even have AA on here now. Let me change my captains here. When you spec this right for AA, you will have an 8.6 kilometer range, and on top of that, you will also have defensive fire AA. Any CV that has had the misfortune of coming around a mountain and running into one of these boosters has found out that it's a very heavy price, but usually you lose all your squadron or squadrons if you have multiple attached. You know, let's say you're running 2 sets of torpedo bombers together and you come around and there's a booster there, you're going to lose both of them. Okay, period. You're done. If you have a fighter squadron attached protecting them, they're gone. So you can lose essentially 3 squadrons in a matter of seconds when you come and meet one of these bad boys today. In patch 0.80, this disappears. You will not have this kind of range. Your range is going to be like 3.5K. You're barely going to be able to take care of yourself. In fact, ships that do not have catapult fighters are the ones that are going to struggle the most. So, if you look at the Wooster, okay, the Wooster does not have the ability to slot a catapult fighter. It does not. The Yamato does. And it may or may not, but the flip side to that is the Yamato's AA is, as we know, kind of a joke. Now, when you start talking AA and battleships, and this is going to affect battleships heavily, the Montana, the Missouri, those are known to be AA monsters, as you see here. And it can slot a catapult fighter. It will do okay-ish, but there has been some other CCs out there that release some videos, one of them with the Montana specifically. Let me put it to you like this. All they're fully spec'd out AA now. Fully. It was 100 plus over here with flags and everything. He couldn't shoot down one plane. What saved him was his catapult fighters. And he still was getting nuked. Okay, it was not a joke. He was still getting nuked pretty heavily. But then you have what used to be, as of currently, an AA monster, and in the future will not be, an SM Missouri. The Missouri is known for its AA. It is an absolute AA monster. You cannot spec a plane on the Missouri. So basically, your AA is going to be null and void. And the fact that you can't slot fighters is going to hurt you. And there is no more bubbles, like AA bubbles. So you go up in a range of what you think is a range of a Worcester or a Des Moines, you're still screwed. Because their AA is like 3K. It's not going to reach out and form a bubble and protect you because you're within 5K. No, that ain't going to happen. I don't care if you're right beside them. It's not going to happen. That's how bad this is. So instead of really taking a good look at CVs and the problems that we are facing in this game as far as the lack of balance that they currently have, instead of doing that and actually bring in some balance to CVs, they are going to absolutely overpower these to the point of God mode, because you're not going to be able to stop these planes coming at you. There's nothing you can do. You do not have manual fire control for AA anymore. Your AA is not 7 or 8K or 6K. It's going to be 3K, 2K, whatever. It's going to be very short range. And you're not going to be able to protect yourself against any of these planes coming at you. They promised that they were going to balance us. Now, I don't know exactly what kind of vodka swilled, drug-induced level of balance these Russians think this is, but that's a pathetic joke. Here's what I'm going to say. I have, as you see, I had 250 ships, and I've sold 10 because I just wanted to make some room for some possible premiums, which at this point I'm not going to get anymore. But as you can see, I do have the 250 ship emblem, meaning I have successfully hit that mark. So for any of you that doubt it, there you have it. There you see it with your own two eyes. Whatever. I will not buy or invest my time in another ship as of right now. I will never buy or invest in another ship if this goes forward and stays like it is. I expect to see players of the same magnitude and level that I have been at, with all the years I've put into and all the time and effort I have put into building this account for what it is, to leave. And I will mothball this game down, and this 380 days of premium can go to hell, because I'm not going to play it. I'm not a CB player. Yes, I have this. I don't care for it. I've tried it. I've dabbled in them. It's just not my thing. They bore me. I like to get out and shoot guns. I really like DDs. I'm actually a destroyer player. I love my destroyers. So what is that going to do to destroyers now? Well, basically you're screwed. If you're going to go out here and try to play destroyers, good luck. IJM destroyers, Tsushima, they've already nerfed the living piss out of the Shima. Now they're trying to buff it back out a little bit. The guns are kind of getting there. What's the rate? 5.2? You can get it like around a 5-second reload on this, and That's okay-ish. I mean, you're not going to still knife fight with a Gearing or a Harugamo or anything like that, or an Ekazuki. I mean, it'll tear you up, but you can do better than what you used to. But the biggest thing is this is a torpedo boat, and they have ruined the best torpedo boat in the game by nerfing the living piss out of it. It went from being the most dreaded ship on the water to a laughed at. It's just a Shima. He can't do nothing. We'll see those torps coming a mile away. And they do. And that's sad. That's sad. That's just, stupid that they did it that way. But the point is, this does not have the means to protect itself from a carrier. The gearing. You can beef up your AA and spec it. I mean, I can go ahead and get, in 8.0, this is irrelevant. So you can go in here and slot DFAA in here. But again, you're still not going to do nothing to these planes that are coming at you. Like I said, a fully spec'd out Montana, which has so much AA. It is such an ungodly AA monster when it's spec'd out. Couldn't touch these planes. That tells me a big story right there. For those of y'all that don't know, Notzer has one recently put out. Watch it. You're going to be very dismayed when you see this video. And it's a great depiction of what's going on and just how terrible the gameplay is now with the new CVs. So you have a choice. You can take and digest this garbage you're about ready to shove down your throat. And if you're like me, you invested time, money, and effort into this game. Well, I have a ton of premium ships. I have purchased a lot of these ships with my own money. All these are premiums right here. Okay, of course the ARPs don't count as far as purchase, but the Sims, Atlanta, the Hood, the Nelson, that was 350,000 free XP I put into that. The Missouri, 750,000 free XP. The Duke of York, I bought this. The Haida, I purchased this. The Tago, I've purchased all these ships. Not only have I purchased ships, but I spent a ton on premium camos. And in the upper tiers, those camos are 4,000 or 5,000 doubloons. It's not a joke. Okay, that's a lot of money, gentlemen and ladies. That has been spent on an account like this. If you were to try and value this account today between the ships and everything it has, and I'll show you what I mean here. Just this alone is crazy. If you look at the level of where it's at. But my account has just shy of 40 million XP that can be converted. This here is worth about $7,000 worth of XP. So I could basically convert it and breeze through any new tech tree, which I have. When the Pan-Asian DDs came out, the very same day I was rolling around in a Yu Yang because I XP'd through every single ship. And I got the Chengmu and the Yu Yang, which I actually purchased initially before I purchased any of these. Now, after purchasing these, I purchased the Gajimata. For those of you that don't know, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but This is like a tier 7 gearing. Okay, it's got this. That's what it is with deep water torps. This is a little badass DD. Okay, this little sucker here is a great destroyer. Point is, this account is worth tens of thousands of dollars between just what its value built up. It's all its ships and its premiums and everything else. It's got some very rare ships in here. There's a lot going on here that is irreplaceable. You can't get this ship or this camo anymore. It is very, very rare. For those of you that have it, congratulations. You have a rare item in your port. The rest of you, I'm sorry, but you'll never see it. And that's too bad because it's a pretty cool ship. So there are some extreme rarities that are involved in this, and I enjoy playing all of these. I can come down here at tier 4, tier 5, and have just as much fun as I do at tier 9 and 10. And I have a blast playing, especially like the Fujin and Kamikaze. Oh man. But yeah, again, guys, I'm a DD main. I love these destroyers. And, the Grimmy. The Grimmy is just an amazing destroyer at tier 5. And it can handle getting up tiered very well. So I can be in a tier 6, match, 7 match. Atlanta can pose a problem here and there, but I don't know who it doesn't pose a problem for. But outside of that, this thing can hold its own. And a lot of fun. And I enjoy playing everything. The Bogo tier level, it's just a tier 3. But I have so much fun playing this boat. And yeah, I do have a 19-point captain in here because I enjoy it. I play this boat. It's fun gameplay. It's engaging to me. I enjoy it. Okay? I would hope that everybody that endeavors into gameplay is doing it for the enjoyment of that. That you're doing it because you enjoy it. You like it. You're having fun. If you're not, you're doing something wrong. Okay? And there's people in here, I really wonder why they're here, because there are some really toxic, evil people in here. And I'm like, why are you here? If this is how you feel, what the hell are you even doing here? Get the fuck off. Go do some, go like mug somebody down the road and so you go land in jail where you belong and get out of our lives because you're an idiot. And these people that get on here and do nothing but whine, bitch, moan, and complain, I don't get it, because if that's the case, why are you playing a game, which is for entertainment purposes? It's for having fun. It was designed and it's called a game because that's what it is. It's a game. You come, you have fun, you play it, it's fictitious, and then you enjoy yourself, you get your fill, and you get the fuck off. If you're getting that wrapped up in this game to where it's controlling your mood in your life, you need to go see a psychologist. Okay? But that's not what I'm discussing. And I'm getting off on another tangent. And that's okay. What I'm discussing here is this does ruffle my feathers a little bit because of the value in an account like this, because of the time, effort, and money put into this for it to become something I didn't sign up for. Okay? I did not sign up for a carrier fodder game where I am out there to be carrier fodder and they can just come and have fun with me and shoot fish in a barrel. That's not what I signed up for. Okay? I signed up for fun and engaging gameplay, which currently right now, for the most part, it is. It could use a little balancing still, yes, but for the most part, it is fun and engaging, because if it wasn't, y'all wouldn't be here either. But the carrier has been the biggest thorn and problem in this game since day one. And it is so overpowered and it makes such a huge difference that it needs to be changed. It needs to be its own separate game mode. So right here, where they have co-op, blah, 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 they need to have CV gameplay, where you opt in or out of battling with a CV or against one. It should be a separate game mode. A player should have a choice of whether they want to engage with a CV or not. That is what really pissed me off with co-op mode, is when they basically force you to play with a CV even when there isn't an actual live CV. You know how whatever goes on the human side is mirrored on the bot side. Well, they're not doing that anymore. And on top of that, they are now putting an allied bot CV in the game almost 70% of the time. What? Let me say that again. Allied bot CV 70 fucking percent. What? What is the average gameplay meta, especially on the NA service for CV play? 10%. That's the average, 10%. So you have a 1 in 10 chance of having a CV in your game on a North American server. Most people do not spec into AA because your chances of getting on against a CV is slim to none. So if you go and look at all my guys, I don't have any AA stuff on there. Okay. My Yamato, there's no AA. Okay. My Montana, there's no AA. I'm not going to sit there and spec all my ships for AA for having a 1 in 10 chance. But going a co-op, buddy, you're going to have a miserable time in there with your ships. Why does that piss me off? Well, I used to use co-op for balancing, for testing. So if I changed a build, I went in here and I changed my build and I came into my captains and I changed the build around and I wanted to test it before I took it into random. This is where I'd go. And it worked very well until they made this change a few patches back. Now I got to worry about a fucking CV instead of me being able to successfully test my goddamn build. That's bullshit. Okay? They can take that shit and they can shove that right up their asses. Everything they've done so far has been fucked up. They have done nothing but continually fuck this game up. And yeah, it pisses me off because of the time, money, and effort spent in this to build this account to where it is, to build my clan and everything else. I don't have just one clan, I have 2 clans. I have a considerable amount of money invested in this game on top of the time. So it really pisses me off when they take something that I enjoyed in life, and this is why it pisses me off. I enjoyed this. This is something I got in here and had fun with. I'd come in after work, I'd sit down, pop a cold one, and I had fun unwinding playing this game. They're getting ready to take this away from me. Something that I made a lot of friends. We'd come in here and competitively go into clan battle and whatever, back team battles back in the day. They're taking this away from me now. And that bothers me. That bothers a lot of people, by the way. And I'm one that's going to stand up and say so. Here's your 2 options. I said earlier you had 2 choices. One, you can just take the shit and swallow it that they're feeding you, or you can stand up and have a voice. I would suggest people, if you like this game and you enjoy it and you're passionate about it, and I was passionate about it because I loved originally their approach about the history. You could come in here and you could see the history. Blah, blah, blah. This warship was blah, 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 1941. You could see, and it was so cool when I first saw this game. I so much enjoyed it. And I had and developed a passion for it. And now they're ruining it. They're going to absolutely focus on this shit. And I don't know if it's about their stupid console bullshit. But hey, you know what? Make a different fucking game for the consoles. They're not going to be on PCs where 99% of your players are going to be. Okay? The console babies aren't going to cut it. They're not going to be your bread and butter. They're not. And if you as a company believe that, then you're fucking stupider than I thought you were. So, from a business aspect, That is a really dumb move. Other companies have done stupid shit like that and absolutely destroyed themselves. They've gone bankrupt. Tom Clancy is one of the first ones. No, not one of the first ones, but one of the bigger ones that put out a real shit release. They alienated their entire North American fan base of millions and basically destroyed their game. Now, when you have a mass exodus of millions of players, you're toast. Okay, you just all the effort and time you spent for that release just went down the toilet. And if it was big enough, it could have cost you millions of dollars to research and develop that game. You just flush it down the toilet because you did something stupid. Well, they're about to do the same thing in 0.8. Ladies and gentlemen, what I hope you get from me is, as a person that likes and actually enjoys this game, as a former military veteran, and as a passionate gamer, to stand up and have a voice. I have contacted people on this. I have sent in my opinion about this. You can contact and submit a ticket on Wargaming. You can go to the forum and contact your CCs if you have a favorite CC. Whether it's Not Sir or Jingles or whoever your favorite CC is, or all of them. Contact a bunch of them and have a voice and let these CCs, which are partly your voice too, know how displeased we, the player base, are with what's about to happen. And are not just going to sit idly by and let them screw us. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that y'all stand up and have a voice in this and make yourselves heard. Y'all have a wonderful new year, and thank you for watching my channel. God bless.